And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon platform, welcome. Glad you found us. We have programming here 6 days a week here on Amazon, so make sure you guys hit that follow button. You'll see it either here in this corner or down below. You also will see some of the books that's recommended by our next guest. We have an exclusive here on Cyrus Webb Presents on Amazon Live today. Miss Queenie Clem is making her first appearance on Amazon to talk to us not only about her own love of books and working with authors, but also some of the services she's able to offer for authors. And if you guys are noticing some of the books on the Amazon side, those are some of the books she wants to tell you guys about. So we'll go through those here in a bit. We are simulcasting our broadcast, so we welcome those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. If you guys have any questions or comments for Miss Queenie, make sure you put them in the chat. Hello to you, Tina Siemens. I see you already over there on Instagram. Melvina Gray, hello to you. But Miss Queenie, thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Oh, look, it is my pleasure. I'm so excited about this to have you on Amazon. If anyone should be on Amazon talking about books, Miss Queenie, it should be you. I want to go ahead and tell people, if you guys do not know Miss Queenie, we're going to let you guys know how to stay connected with her. But she's a fierce advocate for books, but also a great person to support authors. So, Miss Queenie, let's start there. What has it been like for you to be able to not only to be able to read so many great books, but also to work with some of the authors who write those books?
It has been amazing. I love it. Um, I've been reading books since elementary. Love it. Wouldn't trade it for the world, but it has been a great experience.
Yeah. And I was curious about that for you. I know for myself, this job, it feels funny sometimes calling it that, is, I mean, was really tailor made for me. I tell people, Miss Queenie, my punishment growing up was having to go outside
Yep,
and
that's it.
play, because I could just stay in my room and read.
Mhm.
So hello to you, Dr. Todd. Good to see you on Facebook. She says hello to you, Miss Queen, as well. So have you always known then that you wanted to do something with books or around literature, Miss Queenie?
Well, my mom used to take me and my siblings to the library twice a month.
Oh wow.
And back then, you could get, I think, up to 10 books for every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
And she would make us, the books that we get, we would have to write a book report. So that's where I started as writing reviews for authors. And then it just snowballed from there.
Wow. So that's great. So fast forward then to 2024. I mean, what has that been like for you now to have these authors that you're able to support, but also to be able to introduce them to new readers?
I get first dibs on the books before it reaches the public. That's one thing. Some authors I have actually met in person, which was great. Um, it's just an enjoyable experience to get in the heads of authors that I have interviewed or been in contact with.
Yeah, I think that is such a great thing, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, and probably are envious of that, Miss Queenie, because you're right. I mean, there's nothing. I remember, like, even when I'm able to visit schools with an author, when you tell people you have an author with you, the look that the kids have, like, wow, a
Mhm.
real author. So for you, then, talk about turning it into a business, because that is not always an easy transition. How did you decide that you wanted your business to have something to do with books and authors?
Well, supporters, friends, and family said that I should just, start a business with reaching out to publishers and authors to start getting the ball rolling. And that's what I did. And so now I am a book reviewer for a couple of publishing companies, publishing houses. And also I have repeaters, authors that every time a new book come out, they send me a book and I read it and give them an honest review.
Love that. Love that. And having that connection is so important. And having those reviews are so important for sure. Dr. Velma, hello to you. Dr. Velma is how Miss Queenie and I actually met. And you've now been able to not only to work with some of these authors like Dr. Velma, Miss Queenie, but also to call them friends. What has that been like for you to not only to have this friendship with these authors, but also help them support them and getting the word out about their books?
It has been amazing. Like you say, Dr. Velma is one of my best and number one top um, supporters.
Mhm.
I really appreciate her. It's other authors also, but it has been really a blessing,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing for sure. And I think too, the other side of that, Miss Queenie, not only, of course, we've been talking about the author side of it, but also you've been able to help other readers in making decisions. Talk to us about that, what that's been like for you to be able to let other readers like yourself know books that are out there and why they should add them to their reading list.
Yes, I have gotten DMs from readers asking me about certain books. Should I read it? Should I not? What are your thoughts on it? Some of the promotions that I do for authors, people see that on my platforms and reach out to me and ask me, "Is this a good book to read? Should I read this book? Do they have a series?" They come in and ask me a lot of questions with what they see.
Yeah. Do you still have wow moments when it comes to that you now have become an authority, an influencer in the literary space, Miss Queenie, and being able to not only to help bridge that gap between readers and
Mhm.
authors, but also to know that your opinion is something that people value?
And that's my tagline: bridging the gap between readers and authors.
Hmm. Yeah. Dr. Rose says, love you too, my friend. She says, don't get jealous, Cyrus. We love you too. But thankfully, I'm not a jealous type, Dr. Rose. There's enough love for everybody out here for
Mhm.
sure. And I think that's a great thing for us to talk about. I really appreciate and respect you, Miss Queenie, and what you do. And so, hey, Myra, good to be able to see you over there on Facebook. And you have been able to build other relationships. What has that been like for you to show people that it's okay to be in the same industry and that everything's not a competition? Like, I mean, I feel like we can support each other without thinking everything has to be so competitive. What has that been like for you to see that other people in the industry, Ms. Queenie, that you've been able to connect with that way?
I have my book bestie. We basically do the same thing, and she promotes me as well as I promote her. So it's like a hand in hand collaboration, and we
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. And it sets a great example for other people to let them know it's okay. It's okay to show some support to other people. It's not going to diminish anything that you offer. So speaking of offering, so I want to kind of walk through Miss Queen and I. We've kind of had our own conversation about this recently while I was in Kentucky about her services. So kind of how did you decide what type of services you wanted to offer, Miss Queenie?
I researched
Okay.
in my little inner circle. I mostly work with indie authors. They are my favorite to work with. I love indie authors, but it started out as me doing research. Asking what do they need
Mm,
from me and from readers, and that's how I went by doing it.
yeah. And what I love about your business model when it comes to working with authors, affordability is a big thing. That's really big for me and my business as well. So how has it been for you to be able to let authors know not only what you offer, but also how it can benefit them, Squeaky?
Um, Someone said I need to know my worth, so
Mm,
I start there, knowing my worth.
yeah. Yeah. And I think that is such a big thing, and it's an important thing for our audience to remember too when it comes to them and building their business and brand. Let's see, who do we have come in here? Is that let me see. Uh, oh, is it to Kenya? To Kenya Johnson? She says hello, hello to you. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. To Kenya, I think that that's right. And I think that is the other side of it too. Remembering that it is a business too, and it lets people know for sure. So we're going to walk our audience through then some of what you do. And one of the big things you're able to do is use social media. So how social media help you, Miss Queenie, in promoting the authors and even promoting your own services?
It has helped a lot because I'm on all social media except Snapchat. I think it is.
Okay.
That's the only one I'm not on. But I'm very consistent in what I do. When I work with the author, I want to be very detailed in what they want and provide what they need.
Mm, love that. Love that. And I think, again, that is the big thing, too. That consistency is so important for authors, but also for us in the work that we're able to do as well. Let's see. Takenya said that is correct. Good. Dr. Vim says, yes, you both provide phenomenal services and can charge so much more. I think the thing is the value. Hey, Stacy, good to be able to see you. I thought we had other people coming in here. Kate Thurman, hello to you as well. Glad you could be able to join us. Dr. Todd says no competition needed. Exactly, Dr. Todd. For those who are just coming in, welcome. You're watching Cyrus Web Presents. We're here on Amazon Live, but we also are simulcasting, as you can tell, on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. We're joined by Miss Queenie Clem. We're talking with her about her services that she offers. Barbie, hello to you over there on Amazon. Barbie says hello. Queenie is so detailed and she reads everything she reviews. It's been a pleasure working with her. So
Thank you.
there's someone singing your praises. Miss Queenie, how does it feel to hear from authors about how much they appreciate the work you do?
It blows my head up. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, I really, I'm humble. I'm very humble, but I thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, if y'all knew what it took for me to get Miss Queenie on here, y'all. But I'm so glad that she is here with us today. Dr. Velma says yes, she does. She's very thorough, and I think that is what people appreciate. So, you have some authors that you are going to tell our audience about. We're going to make our audience wait on that. But I do want to talk about though for you, Miss Queenie, what you normally say to authors about you, not only your services but also the benefit, because I think a lot of times authors and other people too, they don't understand the importance of having someone promote them, the importance of promotion, someone keeping their work out there. What do you normally tell them about not just trying to do a one and done, because I know you offer packages to kind of let them be able to work with you for a while. What has that conversation been like for you to let them know the importance of that and making sure they're getting the most out of their promotion with you?
Like I said earlier, I do have like an inner circle of readers that read multiple genres across multiple genres, and so they help also when I need when I post something, they'll repost it, they'll read it, they'll give me their feedback. So it's like I said, it's I have a village that I work with, and we are very close knit and we collaborate.
Love that. Love that. And
So
so
it'll be
again,
good.
when I asked Miss Queenie about books that she wanted to share from some of her clients, two of the books I have read and I'm familiar with. Three of them I have not. So you all will be finding out about these books here in a moment. Tracy O'Neill Horton, hello to you. Good to be able to see you over there on the Facebook. So I'm going to leave it up to you, Miss Queenie. How would you like to do it? Would you like to go through the books one by one? Or you want to just list the books that we're going to be talking about today? How would you like to do it?
I can talk about them. I got my note cards.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to start then. For those of you joining us on the Amazon side, you'll notice either down below or on the side, I'm going to highlight the book. I'm going to tell Miss Queenie what it is, and she'll be able to tell us about it. The first one we have in the carousel, Miss Queenie, is Dead Girl Walking. Who's the author of that one, and what can you tell us about it?
Dr. Audrey Ann Moses. She lives right here in South Carolina. That
Hmm.
book is about how names shape your identity and your self perception. The main character is ostracized due to the dark meaning of her name.
Hmm. Wow, wow, that's interesting. I have not read that one, everyone. So that's one of the three of the five we're talking about. I have not read. Mississippi Magnolia reads. Hello to you. She said good afternoon to you as well. Stacey Thomas says I'm so late. Does Miss Queenie edit and only? Oh, she said this is a question for you before we go on, Miss Queenie. Stacey Thomas wants to know: does Miss Queenie edit only in any genre? Do you do editing as well, or you just do
Yes, I
reviews?
do. I do. Yes, I do. I do editing. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so
Mhm.
authors out there, she does editing as well, and we're going to let you guys know at the end how to stay connected with Miss Queenie. Miss Queenie, the next book we have here, I have not read this one either. It's called Scarred, a novella. What can you tell us about the author and what is it about?
Scarred is by my reading and writing circle, Miss Ro Brady. She's out of Pennsylvania. Her book is about Mavis and Ed. They're moving toward the north. They lived in the south. They're moving towards the north to because some drama happened in the south. And this is like in the 70s, 67, 1960s and 70s. Um, it's a historical setting, and myself and my two boys are characters in this book.
Ah, interesting. So I got to add that one to my reading list for sure. I have not read that one. So again, so
Mhm.
that's two so far. I have not read. That is Dead Girl Walking. I'm going to highlight it again for you guys on Amazon. And then Scarred, you guys see there. Now the next one I have had a chance to read, and that is Three Married Women and Her. What can you tell us about the author and what is this book about?
It's by Tony Lindsay. It's multiple perspectives on infidelity, creating a complex emotional narrative. Its themes are betrayal, deceit, and emotional toll of desire.
Mm. Yeah, Tony's an amazing author. I was saying to Miss
Mhm.
Queenie, I had a chance to host him here in my home state of Mississippi, his first visit to Mississippi, and even got to take him to our book club in New Orleans. Just an amazing guy. And he each book he can write, and Miss Queenie can tell you this, he writes so many different genres. You never really
Mhm.
know what he's going to give you.
Yes.
He's really able to bring you in. Myra, hello to you. Good to see you. Wendy Arsad, good to see you as well. She says he is. Yeah, he's definitely very talented. So again, that one's there. The next one I have not read, and that is Keeping Receipts, Miss Queenie. What can you tell us about the author and what is it about?
Okay. She is Juanetta Dunn, but her author name is W. Mason Dunn.
Okay.
It's opposites attract. It's a guarded auditor and a laid back landscaper form a charming romance.
Hmm. Interesting. Keeping receipts. Okay. I want to say hello to Road the Literary. Hello to you over there on IG.
There she
Road the
go.
Literary says hello to you as well, Miss Queenie. Wendy Arsad says I stumbled on this one, Queenie. So we're gonna let you guys know again how you can be able to get all these books we're talking about here on Amazon. Last but certainly not least, this one I have read and have my copy right here. That being The Catch No One Wants. The author actually is in the chat as well. What can you tell us about the author and the book?
Also, the author of Scarred is Road the Literary.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Wrote the Literary. Wrote the Literary. Now I have to get the book. I recognize the name over there on IG.
Mhm.
I didn't know that was your book, so I definitely have to add it to my reading list. Hey, Gary, good to be to see you as well over there on IG. I'm sorry, Miss Queenie. What can you tell us about this one?
Okay, this is by Dr. Vammer, my friend over in Cali,
Yeah.
and it's about fish analogies or metaphors. It's about the catfish, the salmon, the sturgeon, and the pufferfish.
Mhm.
It's Christine teachings that guides the main character towards recognizing God's plan for her life.
Love that.
And
Dr.
also, I am a fictional character in this book.
Yes, yes, exactly. Dr. Ram says, "Hey, I know her." I bet you do, Dr. Let's see. Mississippi Might Know Your Read says, "I love that book by Bible Letter Dunn." And then Myra says, "I have this one." So awesome, awesome. So again, Myra says, "Awesome book." Mississippi Might Know Your Read says, "Dr. Velma's books are good reads too." And Wendy Arsad says, "Yes, I love Dr. Velma's series." And Robina, is it Brady's? Is that right?
Yeah, Rowena.
Brady's work.
Mhm.
So again, all of these books, if you guys are joining us on the Amazon side, you will see them in the carousel there on Amazon. If you're not joining us on Amazon, there's a link that will bring you over to Amazon on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. For those joining us on X, we'll put it in the comment section. Those joining us on Instagram, we will put it in our stories. Okay. So the 5 books that you just heard Miss Queenie go through that she's had the privilege of working with the authors. You can find them here again in the carousel on the Amazon side. Again, I'll go through them for you guys who may have came in late. The first one was Dead Girl Walking. I'm going to highlight it again for you guys over on Amazon. Then there was Scarred. I'm going to highlight that one for you guys. Then there's Three Married Women and Her. You can see it there in the carousel on Amazon. Then you have Keeping Receipts. And then The Catch No One Wants. Again, all of them here on Amazon. It looks like I know the Catch No One Wants, and Three Married Women and Her, and Dead Girl Walking looks like are all available in paperback and Kindle. It looks like Scarred may be just a novella, just on Kindle. Is that right? As far as you know, Miss Queenie.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, looks like it. And then Keeping Receipts, it's showing the Kindle here. I'm not sure if that one's in paperback or
I don't
not.
think so yet. I don't think
Okay.
it
Okay. So you can get that one. I can go ahead and tell you guys the price. If you're on the Amazon side, you see it. Keeping Receipts is $2.99. You can also get Scarred for $2.99 as well for the Kindle editions of those. So a great deal for you guys over on the Amazon side. And again, as I mentioned, if you're not joining us on Amazon, on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you'll see a link with this broadcast that'll take you over to Amazon to be able to get the books we talked about here. So Miss Queenie, I've made Miss Queenie an offer. I'm going to put her on the spot and invited her every month to come and tell us 5 of the authors or some of the authors she's working with. So hopefully this won't be the only time you guys see Miss Queenie. So you guys have to make sure you ask her next time she's coming on. Cyrus represents here on Amazon to take us, and maybe we can do a year in review, Miss Queenie, and some of the books you've worked with for the year at the end. Maybe we can do that in December as well. We'd love to
Thank
see
you.
that. Wendy says I need to add a few to my list. Let's see, what else did I miss? Okay, I think I got everything. Dr. Velma says, "Yay, great job, you two. I love it. Great." And Todd says, "Congratulations, Miss Queenie Clem." So, Miss
Thank
Queenie,
you.
so
Thank you.
oh, wait a minute. Road the Literary says no, it's also available in paperback. So which one are we
Oh,
talking
okay.
about?
Scarred.
Scarred. Okay, thank you
Mhm.
for that, Road the Literary. I appreciate it. So let's see. So it looks like the paperback maybe $6.99. Road the Literary. You can correct me on that. It looks like on the Amazon side it's $6.99 and $2.99 for the Kindle edition. Then, and we'll make sure that we highlight that as well for you guys again, so you can get that one in paperback as well. Miss Queenie, thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. See, that was easy. See how easy that was?
Mhm.
It was really painless. I told you it wasn't going to be bad. Let our audience know though, how can they stay connected with you? And if they are in need of your services, let them know where they can go to find out more information.
My website is www.queenieclem.com. And if you want to book me, it's booking@queenieclem.com.
All right. All right. Stacy says, great interview. Thank you for that, Stacy. Appreciate you joining us, Miss Queenie. And thank you so much for being brave and being with us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
More than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.